Okay. Guys, hey, listen, we're having a little bit of coffee here today, and we are talking about drones for Christmas. Because this has turned into a huge deal, and I'm here, Dave Calloway, here with my friend and drone pilot, Chad Lemmens. So we're going to talk a little bit about drones. First of all, there was an article that we were talking about, and it was about what's happening Christmas morning. Everybody's going to get a drone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get a drone.
So, and then what? Because if they get a drone, they just, you know what they're going to do? Open it up, and they want to go fly. Bad idea.
Correct. Yeah, they're going to take it out of the box because it was that really cool Black Friday ad and asked for Christmas. You're going to put it, you're going to read the directions, but you're not going to really understand everything that goes along with knowing and needing to fly the drone.
So do you see where, I mean, a lot of people may not have a clue, really, all the things that go into drone, flying. Right when you get your drone, obviously they're anxious to go fly, but first things first, right? I mean,
yeah, absolutely correct. So what you see is, I mean, there are those drones that they sell in the toy store. I mean, those are far less than the weight that you actually need to do any sort of special tests or special instructions or licensing.
Right.
Now, when you get to a certain weight, over 0.55 pounds, then they have more restrictions on them because you start messing around with something a little heavier, having a little bit more having a little more lift, and the propeller speeds. You're getting into a whole different ballgame.
Sure. Now, we mentioned about what do you want to do with this thing. If you want to be a hobbyist, let's say your kid gets a drone. This is the thing that I think I'm personally concerned about, is that all of a sudden people are going to be flying all over the place in neighborhoods around a lot of places where there's buildings and people. And we have some tips here we should go over about, safety, because safety, I guess, is the main reason why we thought a video would be a good idea. For you get a drone, then what do you do?
That is absolutely correct. You have really two branches you can go when you own a drone.
Yep.
Just like you buy a camera at the at the store.
Right.
You can go the hobbyist and just fly it for fun, take some cool pictures, and do that. Or you can go the commercial route where you're now selling your services. Both which are 100% doable.
Yep.
But they both have their own little regulations and rules about it.
Okay. And that's the thing, is that when we've had, Chad and I, we've worked on a lot of photography projects, is that we've talked about trying to get clearance to make sure that we're on the up and up. And you've called local airport, make sure you're all good to go with the FAA regulations and all that, and then come out to the event. So.
Yeah, and obviously the first thing you have to understand is there's pre-flight planning. It's not the same as It's very much the same as what a normal commercial pilot would do.
Okay.
Actually, the commercial pilot they train, because I'm FAA licensed.
Yep.
They actually talk about pre-flight planning and how important it is. Now, that call to the airport within the 5 nautical miles is one of those pre-flight routines that you have to get used to.
Also, for safety and everything like that, we've talked about that going to events, because we go to events, and then a lot of architectural things. We're taking pictures of buildings, and you might not even think about it. I think this is one of those things where it would blow your mind to think there may be people who might want to try and fly over people. They think that's a cool idea. Bad idea?
Absolutely. The FAA does not allow you to fly drones over people.
So when you go to, let's say you're at a crowd or something like that, you just don't be flying right over them, right?
There's a mentality to flying a drone. You don't just take it out of the box. You don't just go up and you don't just start flying it. You have to really, truly understand that this is an automobile, even though it is lighter.
Right.
And flying it over people, there could always be a malfunction which could cause it to go south.
Sure.
Essentially, go down quicker than you want it to, which could obviously put people at risk.
Understandable. Just so you know what we're talking about here, we've got Chad's right here, and this, I would imagine, is the first of, 27 different drones you'll eventually have.
Yeah. First of 27. Yeah.
And, for flying this, what's great about it, and the way that we do our photo projects, is we end up doing things where we go out and we'll take all the pictures we want of something, and then we'll do some post-processing on it so it looks really pretty with the pictures, and then we're good to go. And we've talked to clients and churches and, people who have architecture, and that's kind of what we do for photo projects. But for anybody else, if they want to ask questions, I would imagine there'll be tons of them. Can they get a hold of you? Can they ask drone questions, or?
Absolutely. I have a business page online.
Okay.
We have a website, set up a portfolio. I've obviously gone commercial. I took that route only because when we started doing the photos, it gained a lot of headway. So I was like, well, let's do this right. I took the test, got FAA certified, licensed, and absolutely, I have a website online where you can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and on Facebook. So definitely, you can reach out to me.
Okay, and where do we go? How do we find it?
It's Lemmens Creative Design. So it's www.lemmenscreativedesign.com.
Okay, so LEMMENS
Lemmens, correct.
Creative Design.
Creative design.
And then you're good to go. And I have a feeling there will be a lot of questions. So say goodbye to Christmas here, Chad, because they're going to be asking a lot of questions.
Absolutely. Hey, you know what? If I love flying the drone. I mean, you can ask anybody that I know. I talk about drones all the time, only because I'm very passionate about it. It's something I wanted my whole life. I actually wanted an airplane, and now I have a drone.
Yeah.
So as long as we are keeping people safe while taking amazing photos and video, that's all that's important.
It's a good thing.
It is a great
There you
thing.
go. Merry Christmas, everybody. Be safe.
Merry Christmas.
Hey.